wrap up a Sunday in the SEC, and we're going to toss it again. Essence Cody back in the starting lineup for Alabama. Came off the bench in the last 4, and let's redo it.
Let's play some basketball.
Tipped out of bounds by Cody, so it will be A&M basketball to start things in the front court. Super to have you with us here for this matchup. Christy's going to bowl you over with some of her analysis today.
I see what you did there.
Aren't you? Janae starts with a 3, doesn't get the roll. Starting 5 for the Crimson Tide, 20 wins on the season. It's the point guard, Diana Collins, who brings it up. Timmons is the leading scorer. As I mentioned, Cody back in the starting 5. Collins can score as well. Not this time. Cody battling for the rebound. Carly Weathers on the floor, and it's picked up by Lauren Ware for A&M. Their lineup includes Lamaya Hilton getting her 3rd straight start. Pryor's the leading scorer and 3rd now in the SEC in assists. Christy talked about Janae and Janae Kent's rounding out the 5.
Well, Alabama spent a lot of time today in their shoot-around, concerned about Pryor's ability to get downhill. So much is about the containment of Nye Pryor.
4 on the shot clock. Janae's going to have to make something happen, and she does. Good take, just wouldn't drop.
And Christy Curry, head coach of Alabama, told us today we need to get back to pushing to pace in transition offense.
Timmons trying to get the handle. Tamia Scott, as Christy mentioned, got things started against Ole Miss in Tuscaloosa on Thursday. Weathers off the mark for 3, and an easy rebound for Janae. Pryor averaging 15 points, 6.5 assists a game, running the show for Texas A&M.
And you're going to see Alabama trying to keep Pryor on the left side of the floor because she is so explosive off the bounce when she can get downhill with the right.
Tamia Scott stood her ground for Alabama. Very good defensive team, the Crimson Tide. Timmons is their offensive spark, and she'll head to the free throw line, and let's hope Jessica's all right. I think she hit her head on the deck as she went down, but is up pretty quickly. But she'll take a moment here. You know, Christy Curry's got to be concerned about that because Timmons averaging better than 16 points a game. Christy now in her 13th season in Tuscaloosa, 27th overall, and now with 20 wins. That makes it 5 straight 20-win seasons for Curry in Tuscaloosa.
What she has built in Tuscaloosa is nothing but miraculous. Where this program was before she took over, now where she has built it to be a consistent NCAA tournament team. And the expectation now that she has built is 20-plus win seasons.
24-9 last season, 20-4 this season. So very impressive, 20 wins in 24 games as they play their 25th of the season. Timmons gets things started with a couple of free throws.
And Alabama, after the made free throw, trying to slow A&M down, showed a little full court pressure, falling back into their player-to-player. Actually, their matchup zone.
Ware, who picked up that foul a moment ago, trying to find some room on the inside, and the veteran knows how to get that done. The 6th-year grad student, averaging 7 points a game. You should be familiar with the Lauren Ware story by now. She can't practice. She, and I mean this, you know, from the bottom of my heart, has old lady knees and is doing all she can to finish out her career on a high note for Texas A&M. And this is what she does. She can deflect things on the perimeter with that reach, and she's running down the floor. Old lady knees, nothing. Sprinting down there like a youngster for the layup.
Well, the bottom line for Texas A&M, they are a very different ball club when Lauren Ware's on the floor. She anchors the offense. She anchors the defense. She's vocal. She gets everybody in the right spot. And I called her Grandma Ware to Joni Taylor today. She said, absolutely.
Collins was looking for a call, didn't get it, and just lost it over the backboard. But it looks like it was deflected out of play, so it'll be Bama ball.
Runs the floor. Great lead pass to the center for A&M.
Weathers throws it into space to Scott. Scott accelerates, takes it at Ware for 2.
That was a great read by Scott. A&M was trying to ice the screen, meaning keep her on the left side of the floor. Scott read it and attacked the rim.
Kent on the pull-up for 2.
And that's a good sign for A&M. When the wings of A&M can give some points to this offense, it'll just open up opportunities for Fats and Pryor.
Collins finds Cody for 2. So Essence Cody, who missed 7 games with an injury this season, had been coming off the bench the last 4. Christy Curry puts her into the starting 5 today. Open look for 3. Timmons with the rebound. Alabama wants to run. Collins with Janae back, will circle back.
The ball looks like it has a lot of air. You just see how it's bouncing when these players are trying to dribble it right now. So everything for Alabama is about team offense. Collins beats her players. She recognizes that Lauren Ware is rotating to stop her, so she knows that Essence Cody, who Ware was defending, has to be open. Great job by Cody to flash to the rim.
Now it's in the high 70s outside. Inside, it is a lot cooler than that. So I know it's not the heat that's making the ball bounce a little bit more. I mean, are you getting into a deflated ball thing like the Patriots here?
Again, I'm not ripping on your Patriots this early in this ball game.
Timmons. Janae rips down the rebound. Critical for Janae. A little too much for Celeste Blow to handle. Turnover by Texas A&M. Critical for Joni Taylor to have Fat Janae on the floor for as long as possible tonight. She's battled foul issues. This has just been a grueling stretch of games for Taylor's Aggies. They've lost 6 in a row, 5 of the 6 games against AP top 10 teams.
And I asked her today, I said, where has your team improved the most during this stretch? She said, the competitive stamina on both sides of the ball. There, in typical fashion by Nye Pryor, turning her steals or defense into offense for the Aggies.
Pressure from A&M. Pryor says, let's go to the monitor. Janae turns around. I don't know if the coaches are going to agree to challenge it. We'll move on, appeal it.
Well, Nye wants another steal, basically. There, gets the steal, takes it coast to coast for another 2 for the Aggies. I do appreciate Nye looking to Joni Taylor saying, I promise. we're appeal it, I promise.
Here's Pryor. Ware has good mid-range game. Shows it here. Great start for Lauren Ware. 6 points, 3 for 3 from the field. And A&M's up 4.
So key for Alabama to get dribble penetration, for the ball to go side to side, because they want to break you down and then look to kick for open looks.
Foul's going to be called on A&M. It'll be a trip to the free throw line when we come back to Reed Arena. Aggies 5 of 9 from the field in the early going, up by 4. On the floor as well. And here is Collins at the free throw line. 8 points, 3 steals in the win on Thursday night. Alabama was down 6 in the third quarter, as Christy mentioned just a few moments ago. Gritty team win to pull it out.
I feel like when you talk about Alabama, that's what it is. It's always a team. This is a culture of we over me, and they set one another up. A&M's got to get it across. We're going to get 10 seconds.
No, there's no way. They're not going to. Trouble in the backcourt as Alabama turned up the pressure with Pryor on the bench. If you're Joni Taylor, do you leave Pryor on the bench with the 2 fouls for this entirety of the first half?
I think it depends on the score. If they can stay close, I think she's very willing to leave Pryor on the bench. If this Alabama starts to get in on a run, I wouldn't be surprised to see the veteran point guard come back in.
Ace Austin running the point for Alabama right now. Here's the freshman. Austin turns. Had an assist from Naomi Jones trying to clear a path for her. Tie-up possession arrow will keep it with Alabama. There you see Jones, who had started the last 7, coming off the bench here today. And Naomi will head to the bench as Cody comes back in.
Naomi Jones just did a fabulous job while Essence Cody was out with that lower leg injury and has really become one of the top low post defenders in the SEC.
Austin works it right to Cody. Cody trying to get inside Ware, but travels. Turnover number 4 for the Crimson Tide.
Lauren Ware's just doing a little bit of everything for the Aggies. Just holds her ground. You see Essence Cody trying to get around her, but just slides that pivot foot.
A&M gets it over with some difficulty in time. Here is the backup point guard. Spencer missed the open 3. Last touch by Texas A&M. Jody Taylor will go to Anita Franchini off the bench right now. Franchini coming off her very best game in a Texas A&M uniform against South Carolina at home on Monday.
She's just making winning plays right now, and the minutes are growing. Now can she put more and more quality possessions together for the Aggies, because she's been good offensively, she's been good defensively for Texas A&M.
7 points, 9 rebounds, 6 steals in 29 minutes against South Carolina. That was a tight game in the fourth quarter, Christy. It's just a 4-point lead for South Carolina. Texas A&M, they were doing good things, and that's really the next step for this A&M team. Can they do those little bursts of things that they do well for a longer period of time?
Well, and you wonder what would have happened had Flau'jae not fouled out.
In the third quarter.
In the third quarter against South Carolina. Those are the things. The pieces are here for Texas A&M. It's the consistency over 40 minutes, and a big part of that is Pryor and Flau'jae staying on the floor for Joni Taylor.
Below. Emerald Parker. Parker has it, cuts inside Cody for 2.
That's a great finish by Parker, but even better pass by Spencer.
Parker had 5 points, a couple of assists in 13 minutes off the bench against South Carolina. Austin.
You see Texas A&M's just face guarding Timmons on the weak side, not coming off at all. So that drive will be there for Alabama.
Cody inside for 2. Essex, number 2 scorer on this team at 12.5 points a game, just scored 2 points before fouling out against Ole Miss on Thursday.
She's a big post presence. She's just got to get her win back to play more quality minutes coming off that injury.
Austin off the turnover, takes it in for 2.
And Pryor goes out, and you see Alabama has gone to some full court pressure every time they've scored now. I don't think that's happenstance with Pryor being on the bench.
That's why I asked. Normally a player would stay on the bench with 2 fouls for the entirety of the half, but I wonder here today. And I agree with you completely. The score will dictate if A&M goes on a run here, but you can tell Alabama a little hop in their step, putting some pressure on, making it tough for Texas A&M now. 4 on the shot clock. Tough shot, counted and one. Jordan Webster, chance for a 3-point play.
Joni Taylor continues to say, if the wing players collectively can show up, we've got a chance every night. Well, Webster is saying, I got you, coach. Shot clock's getting skinny. She gets 2 feet in the paint, puts it up, puts it in.
Webster, the grad student from Dallas, who was at Kansas last year but did not play because of an injury. He's been battling a hip problem throughout her career. Played at UC Riverside. Pryor can't hit, but the follow-up will earn a trip to the free throw line for Emerald Parker to shoot a couple.
This has been an Achilles heel of Alabama the last couple of SEC games. It's just free throw box outs. They've given up 2 per game because they're not getting into the offensive players. And you notice there are 4 defensive players on the free throw line compared to the 3. Should never happen.
Tomorrow on the SEC Network, Madison Booker, 4th-ranked Texas, taking on 16th-ranked Kentucky at the Moody Center. Our coverage starts at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, and you can also catch it on the ESPN app. Texas on a 4-game winning streak after that win over LSU last time out.
Tremendous post play on both those teams. They just go about it very differently.
Cody well off the mark from deep. That was her 23rd 3-point attempt of the season. Not afraid to fire away from long range. Stepping on the baseline and turning it over was Webster.
And that's unfortunate because Franchini had sealed Carly Weathers on the high side, so she had that baseline drive but just went too far or too wide and stepped out of bounds.
Off the turnover, Flau'jae. Final minute of the first quarter. Back for Spencer.
Alabama switching that on-ball screen.
Flau'jae working against Timmons on the inside. Now she'll step out. Alabama a little breakdown defensively on the switch, and here's Timmons. Hasn't had much room to work with in the half court because she's been face guarded. Tipped out of play. Good hands by Lamaya Hilton, who's emerged as a pretty good defensive player for this Texas A&M team.
Well, she's long and she's quick and she takes the defense seriously. Johnny Taylor saying she would have a little extra pep to her, knowing that she would be trying to shut down Timmons here this evening.
Yeah, right now Hilton, up in the top of your screen, she is the shadow of Jessica Timmons right now. Just face guarding her, trying to deny the Alabama top scorer. Austin looks for the reverse, can't get it. Johnny, Cody, and Spencer all fighting for it. Tie up will give it to Texas A&M, just 2.3 to go in the quarter.
I expect Alabama an extensive defense here.
That will do it for the first quarter. Texas A&M shooting 54% from the field.
Just another way that KYAL with our coaches are helping bring more awareness to this fight against all women's cancers.
Collins has it rejected. I think that's a clean block by Parker. Tipped up by Parker. Emerald Parker has 4. She scored 5 against South Carolina. She averages 2 a game.
Well, Eric, you and I were here about 2 weeks ago, and I asked Johnny Taylor, since we last saw you, who's improved the most? And she said without hesitation, Emerald Parker. She says she's continued to improve. She's getting stronger in all phases of the game.
Cody rolls to the basket. She's got 6. So here is the answer to the question I asked. Pryor is out there. Feeds it inside, and Johnny is going to head to the free throw line.
Emma Parker must have been watching her friend Lauren Ware, because it is the defense on one end for Parker, and then it's the tip in on the other end.
Scott picks up the personal, her first. And here is Flau'jae, 11.5 points, 9.5 rebounds a game. She is a good free throw shooter, but not that time. 12 points, 5 rebounds in just 11 minutes against South Carolina. She fouled out in the third quarter. Her 5th and final foul was a technical, so it was an early end to the day, and you just wonder how different it might have been. Now, Joyce Edwards went off in the fourth quarter. As
Joyce Edwards did Joyce things.
Knows how to do. Collins ducks inside. If the Aggies are going to pull off an upset here over a top 25 team here today, they're going to have to make their free throws. Taylor's team 0 for 5 from the free throw line here so far.
And I'll just say it, I think both Pryor and Fats have to be able to stay on the floor. And Eric, to your point, in SEC play, Fats has fouled out 5 times.
Up ahead to Pryor, who has great speed, but a little too strong. Good job by A&M to get on the offensive boards, but it's ripped away by Scott. She draws 2 defenders, needs a little help. Weathers coming in. Johnny and Weathers collide. So there's 21 seconds on the shot clock. This means that Alabama's got to throw it into the front court. No problem out of the timeout. Well done by Alabama.
Now can they convert in the half-court offense? And they're still trying to deny Timmons the ball.
Scott's got an open look for 3. If they're going to deny Timmons, other players have to step up, and one of those candidates would be Tamia Scott.
Well, Tamia Scott did it against Ole Miss, and she's doing it here. I think a key for Alabama, if A&M's going to deny Timmons the ball, Timmons needs to set screens or set up in the corner, and Alabama's got to turn the corner so there's no help side.
Johnny, good fake. Fakes again. This time, Jones is there with the block, but gets called for the foul.
Tamia Scott up to 5 points for Alabama now in this game, and you see Pryor just got stuck in the paint. Scott set herself up at 3 and knocked down a huge 3 for the Crimson Tide.
Cody comes back on for Alabama as Jones goes to the bench after picking up the personal. And Johnny at the free throw line looking for A&M's first made free throw, and there it is. A&M back in front and bringing some pressure into the backcourt, looking to trap Collins.
I thought Collins initially had missed Scott in the corner. He's traveled.
Collins traveled. Turnover number 7 for Alabama. They had a total of 10 turnovers on Thursday against Ole Miss. Having trouble here tonight.
You know, it was a really emotional win, a hard-fought emotional win over Ole Miss.
Think there's some carryover?
I think there might be right now, and I think the key right now for Alabama is just to try to create some kind of positive momentum. Every time they've scored, then they've either fouled or allowed A&M a chance to cut and get the momentum back. Can they get a stop and a score? Again, convert the momentum and start building on it.
Webster. Back to Ware, 5 on the shot clock. Pryor on the pull-up, can't get it. Ware's got the offensive rebound. Second chance here for the Aggies.
Fats is working so hard posting up. She's got the mismatch with Timmons on her, and they missed her.
Ware back outside to Fats. Three-pointer launched by Celeste Below, and a foul is going to be called on Carly Weathers.
And not only that, A&M's just quicker to the ball right now. 4 offensive rebounds for the Aggies in this game already.
First personal on Weathers. Johnny will head to the bench. Peen Steenbergen, who didn't play against South Carolina, on the floor for the Aggies, wearing number 7. Ware calls for it, flips it up, can't get the roll, and there's a rebound for Weathers.
Alabama's got to do better in their closeouts. They're flying out, and A&M's just giving ball fakes and blowing right by them off the bounce.
Weathers looking for Cody on the inside. Scott threw it up, last touch by Ware. He'll stay with Alabama.
Alabama's really good against Ole Miss, executing their baseline out of bounds. Actually had 3 huge shots to cut into the lead in that second half.
Scott, who scored all 9 of her points against Ole Miss in the first half. As Christy mentioned, she was the spark to get them going. Timmons, it's been a struggle for her to get going because she's gotten special attention defensively from Texas A&M today. 0 for 2 from the field. Picked up by Cody. Here's Austin.
And Alabama can't get out and run because the ball pressure of A&M, they've done a really good job, have the Aggies, of slowing the ball up initially.
Scott back to Austin, guarded by Pryor. Remember, Nye Pryor with 2 personal fouls. Ware on the switch. Now back on Cody, 8 to shoot. Weathers, good feed inside to Essence Cody. Well done by Carly Weathers, who does a lot of things well.
She does a little bit of everything for this Crimson Tide. All the success, a lot of it, whether it shows up in the box score or not, is Carly Weathers always talking offensively, always getting her teammates in the right position defensively.
Speaking of which, Pryor, good dish inside to Lauren Ware. A&M had missed their previous 5 field goal attempts before Ware connected there to put A&M back in front.
I mean, Ware already up to 8 points, only averages 7 on the season. Great start.
Well, Pryor gambled, and it'll be Texas A&M basketball.
Carly Weathers just starts to dribble, penetrate. Again, she sees the rotation by Lauren Ware, so she knows Essence Cody has to be open on the weak side, and Cody finishes.
Cody is finished for the half. She goes to the bench with 2 personal fouls. She just got whistled for the foul on that contact with Pryor.
Alabama going to a 2-2-1.
So that means Jones back on the floor. Again, she had been a starter recently, coming off the bench here today. Good defensive presence in the middle for Bama, working with Ware on the inside. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Been tight throughout. Deep 3 on the way. Rebound for Naomi Jones. Austin. Pryor gets the rebound, and Timmons over the back gets called for the foul. Maybe a quick shot there from Alabama because Pryor was on Timmons, and with Pryor playing with 2 fouls, you'd want to look to your leading scorer, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
To work on Pryor?
And that's what I was just thinking. I think for Timmons, it's either let her start getting some of the outlet passes and bringing the ball up the floor so at least the ball starts in her hands. But agree, I thought that shot by East Austin was way too quick.
So if you're Christy Curry, what do you do now with Jessica Timmons, who just picked up her second personal foul?
I think it's the same. You know, it's a decently close game. Just let her have a seat for a minute, maybe regroup, and again, depending on how, if you can get an offensive sequence, maybe put her back in.
For the moment, she's on the floor. So we'll see what she does on the defensive end. They certainly could use her offense right now, but this might be similar to what happened against Ole Miss. She scored 2 points in the first half, and she scored 21 in the second. That was almost a backcourt violation. Instead, it's a three-pointer for Tamia Scott.
Well, the decision to keep her on the floor, because that was an incredible pass where she found Scott Timmons, that is, finds Scott for that three. Ware is asking for the ball because she knew she had the mismatch. Aggies didn't need to get her the ball.
7th different score for the Aggies as Celeste Blow gets on the score sheet. Timmons, a little too aggressive on the contact by Webster. She gets called for the foul.
Well, we were questioning whether or not Jessica Simmons should stay on the floor. The double comes out of the press. She dribbles out of it and just makes that great pass to Scott for three.
Austin checks out. Little too strong on the inside from Jones. Pryor. Up ahead to Blow. Now Pryor will launch a three. Not a big part of her game. Nye Pryor, just the 6th made three this season in 26 attempts, but a timely one, giving A&M their largest lead of the game. Weathers looks to answer. That's a block by Janae. Great closeout by Fats, and it's A&M basketball.
This is what we've come to expect from Joni Taylor's teams. They're disruptive on defense. They're going to take away option A and B. And are you prepared to stay the course offensively and create good offensive opportunities?
Christy Curry bringing in 3 players right now, including Essence Cody. So she comes onto the floor with the 2 personal fouls. Lourdes De Silva Costa is on, and Wyatta Jennings is on as well for Alabama. So Alabama head coach trying to find the right combination here to try to turn the momentum in this game as the Tide are down 5. Janae got a piece of it. Cody with the rebound. Here's Collins. Scott with the left.
Tamia Scott's been really good offensively for the Crimson Tide.
Second game in a row where she has been the go-to in the first half. She had 9 against Ole Miss in the first half. She has 10 first half points today.
A little head fake step through to get to the rim.
3 games ago, Alabama picked up a big win in Athens over then 23rd ranked Georgia by 15. They were down 10 in the second quarter, but shot 60% from the field in the final 3 quarters, and Scott was a big part of that comeback. 13 points and 3 threes in that win for the Crimson Tide.
Well, I asked Christy Curry about Scott because since their bye after the Tennessee loss, Scott has just been so much more aggressive off the bounce, and she said, absolutely, we really need her to be more aggressive, and the veteran guard has really responded.
See the numbers, 8 points a game, good for 5th on the team. Her season best 16 came against Arkansas, already with 10. Scott and Cody Christie are combined 8 of 11 from the field. The rest of the Alabama team 1 for 13 after that miss.
That's not so super.
That's Cody off the miss. Well, the previous one was Scott, so now Scott and Cody turning cold. They were the ones who were 8 for 11. The rest of the team was 1 for 12. Those 2 just missed that trip. Scott's got it, and she'll have an easy path across half court.
Well, I'm giving Ware a lot of the credit for the defense that she's playing on Essence Cody. She's just walling up.
Jennings back out to Scott.
Again, Alabama cannot just drive and kick, which is where they usually get so much of their offense with their dribble drive offense. Great rebound.
De Silva Costa puts it in, didn't play against Ole Miss, averaging a couple of points a game. The freshman from Stockholm on the board for Alabama. Celeste Blow into Janae. Cody playing with 2. Jennings comes down on the double, knocked it away. That won't drop. And a rebound for De Silva Costa.
You can tell Alabama's trying to push in transition, trying to get something easy. But A&M won't allow it.
Collins has it. Collins needs some help. Priscilla Costa, how about that? Soft touch, sweet release from the big on the perimeter. Her third made three of the season. She's provided a spark off the bench for Bama.
I mean, she has been in 2 minutes and already 5 huge points for the Crimson Tide.
Pryor, good feed. Ware with the finish. Lauren Ware into double figures with 10, 5 of 6 shooting. Final minute, second quarter.
This is where Fats needs to be smart, not pick up a silly foul.
She's been great here so far today. Hasn't picked up a foul. Cody tries to go against Ware. Ware stands her ground, and A&M could hold for a final shot.
Once again, Lauren Ware just walling up. In essence, Cody not being able to get around her.
Eight to go. Pryor, Ware. Johnny threw it up, got it to drop, and we'll head to the free throw line. 2.3 to go in the quarter.
Fast Johnny, the shot's going up, and she's positioning herself to make sure she's got the inside position for the offensive rebound opportunity. I really don't know how she got that one to go, but huge bucket for the Aggies.
6 rebounds in the first half to go along with 5 points. So Pryor will come out of the game with 2 personal fouls. See if Alabama can make something happen with 2.3 to go. Timmons out there. She's going to have to heave it from half courts. And that will do it for the first half. Of Janae Kent, he'll stay with Texas A&M. Ware leading the way with 10 points. Tamia Scott with 10 to pace Alabama. They go right to Ware on the inside. Couldn't get it against Cody, who gets the rebound. Collins scored 2 points in the first half. Weathers was scoreless in the first half. Tamia Scott was not scoreless in the first half, and she picks up where she left off. 13 points now for Scott.
That was a nice find by Collins off the dribble penetration to look weak side to find Scott in the corner.
3 shy of her season high early in the third quarter.
Alabama going to their 2-3 matchup. A&M in that first half, 1 of 10 from 3. Not a strength of the Aggies, but scoring in the paint is.
7 points now for Johnny to go along with 6 rebounds. You can see the difference she makes if she stays out of foul trouble and stays on the floor for Texas A&M.
She's an energy player. She negated a couple of good looks Alabama had just by effort in that first half, by closing out, getting a piece of it, or altering shots.
As I say that, she picks up her first personal foul. Timmons, a rare open look for her. She'll bank it in. Leading scorer for Alabama on the season, was held without a field goal in the first half. Now with 5.
Well, in case you're just watching, what A&M was doing in the first half was just face guarding Timmons to limit her touches. They do a 1-3-1 on the baseline out of bounds. That's how Timmons finally got a look.
Pryor trying to get by Collins, gets the pull up. 9 points for Pryor.
Sorry, she makes hard shots look easy. 5'3". Her ability to elevate and knock down that jumper is just really special.
Johnny gets number 2.
Open. And then on the other end, just Nye Pryor elevating over the defender. Beautiful pull-up jumper.
Delay for Ware to get the laces right. Johnny's going to do the same thing. So this is the important moment here for Texas A&M and Fats Johnny, because she has picked up 2 quick fouls after going foul-free in the first half. How will she be able to operate and play with 2 fouls? Cody inside for 2.
I think because, again, a lot of times in SEC play, at this point, Fats has had 3 fouls, so she should still be able to stay uber aggressive, but she just has to be smart. And that's what Joni Taylor was telling us. You know, she has a couple of fouls every game that just aren't wise, and therefore it affects how she can play.
Feels like those 2 fouls were in that category.
Especially the second one, this last one that was called.
Timmons was grabbed by Hilton, who gets whistled for the foul. It's already 3 team fouls on A&M in the opening moments of the third quarter.
Well, and that's been an Achilles heel of A&M and SEC play. They're averaging 22 fouls a game. And I think that affects as much as the offensive flow anytime they started to generate a little momentum.
Timmons spinning, leaning, unable to get it. Janae rips down the rebound. No holding back from Fats on that board. Transition 3 on the way from Hilton.
She didn't get those feet set.
Collins 2-on-2 the other way. A little quick. And now we'll bring it back out. Or did Janae just get
No, I think
number
it's on
3?
Ware.
Oh, it's Ware. Thank you.
Fats is like, I'm nowhere near that whistle. You see Ware, number 32, just really, and I think it's more above the shoulder piece where she's bumping Cody on that flash.
That's 2 on Ware. So Ware has 2, Janae has 2, Pryor has 2. Janae will head to the bench for a little bit, and Anita Franchini will come back on.
Nice job of closing out by A&M.
Collins, defended by the freshman Franchini. Collins, good help coming over by Parker. No reset of the shot clock. Weathers has to make it happen with 2. Caught iron, and Franchini's got the rebound. Pryor, serving, kicking, open 3. Cody jumps in for the rebound. Ball's free on the floor, knocked around and rolling out of bounds. They'll go the other way. Texas A&M right away calling towards the bench for an appeal.
A&M immediately went to
6-game losing streak. They're taking on another top 25 team, which we have seen game after game. Happens a lot in the SEC.
It just means more. But I've said this all season long. I've said it ever since expanded to 16 teams. Where you play a team, when you play a team is so critical in the standings.
Batted out of bounds with 5 on the shot clock for the Aggies.
It's Aggies ball.
Kent has to heave it up. Didn't catch the rim, but it was cleaned up by Parker in time, or so it would appear. They will confirm it on the monitor during our next timeout. For the moment, it's 40-37. Timmons has been bottled up nicely by Hilton.
Nice switch there.
Scott will try her luck against Hilton. She's more successful.
I mean, Scott just got to stay aggressive and keep Alabama in this game offensively because she's the one player who's been able to consistently get into the paint and get the ball to go down.
15 points for Tamia Scott. Pryor launches a 3. Halfway down, came out. Franchini offensive rebound. Second chance for the Aggies. Franchini was sent down. Should be a foul on Cody.
They got Cody, but there wasn't much contact on that. Cody just kind of pulled the chair out from under Franchini. Really fortuitous call there for Texas A&M.
You mean to tell me the freshman from Italy has a little veteran savviness on the floor? Cody picks up her 3rd.
I would say C.
Please don't tell me you were asking people in the control room how to say yes in Italian.
No, what I was asking is for the graphic of how well Anita has been playing, sir.
Oh, okay. You just need to ask for it in Italian. You would have gotten it faster.
And I would still be in the process
All
of
right,
asking.
break it down, because what she did against South Carolina just dwarfed what she had done so far.
It was remarkable. I mean, I asked Joni Taylor today, why is Anita getting the time now? And she explained it. She tore her ACL a year ago. She was still coming off of it, so she got limited minutes because she didn't arrive here to campus until August. So the first 4 games of the year, you see the limited minutes, the limited production. But in the last 3, you see just how much she's impacting this Aggie basketball team.
Right there, that was the first turnover of the second half for Texas A&M. Franchini, her totals in the 6 games prior to playing so well against South Carolina, in 6 games, 3 points, 12 rebounds, 1 steal in 49 minutes. She had 7 points, 9 rebounds, 6 steals in 29 minutes against the Gamecocks. Pryor, count it. She's into double figures now with 11 to go along with her 4 assists.
And game after game after game, I watch Nye Pryor, and defenses have locked in on her. They're there on the catch, and she's still able to create offense.
Weathers picked up the dribble. 8 on the shot clock. Scott kicks it back out. Weathers, open look. Hits the 3. First points for Carly Weathers tonight. Ties the game at 42. Pryor. Kent looking inside to Parker. 7 on the shot clock. Kent on the pull-up. Too strong. Rebound for Timmons. See if Timmons can do something in transition. But look who's waiting for her, Hilton. And Hilton gets called for the foul. That will be her second.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy. I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week at most locations.
Can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Oh, my wash machine's on the fritz also.
I got just the thing. Woo, you make a pretty good bank guy. Want to try the catchphrase?
There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
No, the other one.
What's in your wallet?
You're a natural.
Dear beachcombers and early risers, wine tasters and music lovers, city adventurers, family travelers, and epic memory makers, sightseers and selfie takers, history lovers and thrill seekers, to the movers, the shakers, and the moment chasers. This is your invitation. Let's Texas.
Is that a fumble or a first down?
All right, everyone, huddle up. Here's the play. We pivot to the TCL QM8KT Ultimate Choice.
Okay, but our OLED...
But your OLED doesn't pop in the sun, Doug. It's not bright enough for this room.
The Disney Resorts Collection is the most magical place to stay at the most magical place on Earth. And with extra time at any of the 4 theme parks, why would you stay anywhere else? Start saving today.
Vivid Seats' new lowest price guarantee means you get lower ticket prices in the Vivid Seats app. But Vivid Seats cannot guarantee that you'll crash a tailgate and walk away without a concussion. But we can guarantee lower ticket prices only in the Vivid Seats app.
If it plugs into your wall and feeds off your electrons, then it owes you something in return. Because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel.
Tight one as the sun goes down in Aggie land between 21st ranked Alabama and Texas A&M. We're tied at 42. Christy Thomas-Scuddy can find coaching connections and a coaching tree wherever it's rooted, and the roots are pretty deep between Alabama and Texas A&M.
Well, Christy Curry used to be an assistant coach here at Texas A&M. Kelly Curry, her husband, has a degree from here. Sydney Ann Cottrell, graduate assistant on Alabama's staff, was also from here at Texas A&M. But probably the most famous is Joni Taylor, was a star player at Alabama. And this was pregame today. Former head coach Gary Blair with the Alabama staff. And Christy Curry credits Gary Blair for getting her start in college athletics. And I'm fortuitous in this regard because Gary Blair told Candy Harvey to hire Christy Curry to be an assistant at Tulane. Christy recruited me to Tulane, or who knows where I'd be these days. But
certainly not sitting next to me.
But beyond that, it is a matter of that when Candy Harvey left Tulane to come to A&M, that's when Christy Curry was an assistant here.
I mean, not only do your coaching tree roots run deep, but they spread out over miles, it appears in this case. So I want to take you back to, you mentioned Joni, and whenever Joni Taylor, nee Crenshaw, plays against her alma mater, it's worth mentioning because she always brings up the honor it was for her. The former cheerleader camp attendee in Tuscaloosa as a 9th grader turned into a high school basketball camper in Tuscaloosa, and then a standout for Rick Moody, and then an assistant as well. 5 on the shot clock for Pryor. Hangs in the air, and Pryor drops another one. Nye Pryor getting it done. 13 points on 5 of 8 shooting. Those 2 early fouls in the first quarter, a distant memory.
And you see the defense. I mean, it is fueling her right now. Great find by Ace Austin to Jones rolling to the basket.
First points for Jones. Bama in front by 2. Johnny couldn't get it to drop, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
This is almost like the time before. Again, off the bounce, elevates around the 15-foot elbow. It just knocks it down. Defense is there. It doesn't matter. Pryor's just in his zone right now. Eric, and I'll say this again. Alabama keeps going for the ball fakes, the head fakes of A&M. Every time they close out, they're not doing it under control. And even that time, Dunne with the ball fake is how she draws that foul and gets to the free throw line.
Remember when Texas A&M missed their first 5 free throw attempts? Guess what? They've made 9 in a row since then.
They heard you.
Timmons inside for 2. 7 points now for Jessica Timmons.
Watch this matchup now with Carly Weathers on fast today. Or never mind if Jones gets the steal.
Jones had it for just a split second. Johnny has it back.
Alabama's not matched up correctly. We got some people in the matchup, some people were in player to player.
Ware demanding the ball in the posts. Can they get it to her? And Scott giving up some size in there, gets called for the foul.
Well, this is how I know it was a busted defensive assignment, because Naomi Jones is standing right behind Scott, who was battling with Ware. You see Scott just trying to 3-quarter, and when she went behind and wrapped that arm around, that's what the official saw. Nice back door.
Ware on the dish. The block, though, by Naomi Jones. Timmons. Pryor stood her ground defensively. Got a piece of it. Throws it back the other way. Below, tough finish. Counted and one.
Miss layup on one end. Pryor with her head up. Tremendous lead pass to Celeste Blow. Through the contact, off the glass. And the A&M bench is loving it.
We talked earlier in the game about A&M showing flashes of playing well. They showed that against South Carolina, but they've been unable to sustain it for long periods of time. They have stretched out the periods here in this game more than we've seen in recent games for A&M.
And I think a big part of that is that everything is not on Fats and Nye Pryor's shoulders. They're getting support from everyone else on the floor, as witnessed by Blows and one a moment ago.
Weathers looking Cody's way.
And it's subtle, but Lauren Ware's on the back line of the defense, just talking and directing everyone.
Weathers got by Johnny. Weathers to Cody. No. Cody foul. That's going to be 3 on Johnny.
I thought Blow actually got away with it earlier. She reached in there. Cody stays with it. Johnny was like, I didn't do it, but the arms definitely came down before they went back up.
Johnny with 9 points, 8 rebounds. Cody at the free throw line. So she'll stay out there with a 3. She's played so well. The question is, can she avoid a silly 4th foul? She fouled out in the third quarter against South Carolina last game. She's going to get called for a travel as she went tumbling down. I think she stepped on the foot of an Alabama player and just lost her balance, and down she went. Turnover. Cody against Ware. Nope. Ware couldn't hold on to it. Cody trying to go back up. Muscles it up for two.
Essence Cody's going to get credit for the 2 points, but credit Carly Weathers for getting her hand in there. Loose ball, and Cody cleans it up.
Cody with 13 points. Remember, did not score. Rather, had 2 points before fouling out against Ole Miss last time out. Final minute of the third. Pryor will head to the free throw line to shoot two. Austin with the foul.
Essence Cody's trying to score over Ware. Ware holds her ground, but you see Weathers come up and knock it loose. Essence Cody, right place, right time for the Crimson Tide.
First one good for Pryor. Pryor, the team leader in free throws made and attempted. Not afraid to mix it up, and rebound just comes right out to her.
And I was just about to say, Alabama needs to make sure they're boxing everyone out. Smart play by Pryor.
Teams are even in rebounding margin, but Texas A&M is a +2 in offensive rebounds. Give them some second chance points as well. Webster in the corner. Final seconds, third quarter. A&M back in front by 2. Pryor trying to slow down Austin. 2 seconds. Alabama has to shoot. Scott gets it away in time. Count it at the buzzer. Take a look at some of the game trends. We talked about the three-point shooting as of late for Alabama. They're now 7 of 13 for the game. A&M's largest lead, 5. Alabama's largest lead, 2. Fourth quarter underway. Weathers defended by the freshman, Franchini. Now it's Timmons, defended by Franchini.
Timmons had dropped the ball, so she didn't want to dribble it again.
Got Franchini off her feet. Timmons leans in, and the foul. Good little fake by Timmons at the start of the drive. She has a chance for a three-point play.
Well, you knew the senior was going to start getting aggressive offensive. Little head fake. She does A&M what they've been doing to the Crimson Tide, and she keeps Franchini on her hip once she gets by her to draw that foul and the and one opportunity.
And Timmons at the free throw line. Elite free throw shooter, second in the SEC at 87%. It's been a battle for her today, but she is into double figures with 12. Below. Ware directing traffic on the offensive end and on the defensive end.
Alabama going to their matchup zone.
Pryor, 5 on the shot clock. Pryor wanted the screen, gets one from Ware. Pryor splits defenders. Weathers comes in with the block. Starts the break the other way with Collins. Good job on transition defense by Texas A&M. And a foul is called on the Aggies as Franchini and Webster were teaming up to deny Cody.
Alabama gets out and runs in transition. The lob, because the mismatch down low. Franchini coming over to try to give support, gets there too late.
Franchini picks up her second. Missed 3. Pryor's got the rebound. Up ahead, Webster. Franchini, good little acceleration to the basket, and Cody gets called for the foul. That'll be her 4th.
Well, Blow looks weak-sided. Franchini goes by Scott, challenges Essence Cody, and draws that 4th foul on the post player.
So Cody will sit down with the 4. Jones will come back on for the Crimson Tide, who lead by 4, their largest lead of the game. First point for Franchini. She's got a couple of rebounds. She'll check out as Johnny checks back in. Good hands, but unable to keep it in play was below. It'll stay with Alabama.
Collins and Timmons had a disagreement there because Collins wanted Timmons to meet the pass. Timmons was trying to get her to give it to her back door.
Ware's got the rebound. Pryor draws the contact. We'll go back to the free throw line.
Pryor dribbles the ball so low, and it's such a quick shift. It's very hard to keep her in front of you. You see Collins was solid until she wasn't, and then Pryor gets into Jones's body to draw that foul.
That's 3 on Jones. Prior to the free throw line. If you're not familiar with her story, we've talked about it during the season. Played at Sacred Heart the last 3 seasons. 2-time NEC Player of the Year. The 6th member in Division I of the 2,000 point, 500 assists, 400 steal club. I mean, you need to know 3 different passwords to get into that club, 10 different keys. You got to know a few other people to get in there. That's exclusive. Ooh, Collins went down, and Pryor's got it. Pryor with the theft. What a recovery by Scott to get the block. Tamia Scott has been an impact offensively, but how about this impact on defense?
I love that Tamia Scott does not give up on this play, times this perfectly to allow the Crimson Tide to get solid defensively now.
Scott with 18 points, 4 rebounds.
I mean, there's a special jacket.
When I say, yeah, there's kind of like a sweater or a jacket that the club members have.
Yeah, I mean, if the Hall of Fame have the jackets, then, I mean, there's got to be something. I think even like suede elbow sleeves or something.
Ooh. Alabama's got it on the stop. Collins. Weathers looking for hers. Can't get it to drop. Johnny with the rebound.
And credit A&M's defense. When Alabama gets in the paint off the bounce, they're not rotating over. They're staying out on the shooters.
Tied in the 4th at 57. Kent.
There's the switch. They're trying to post Fats up on Jessica Timmons.
5 on the shot clock. Pryor with 3. She's got to go. The launch to beat the shot clock. Ware picks up the offensive rebound, and she's fouled. Texas A&M is +4 in offensive rebounds to Alabama today.
Well, we asked Joni Taylor, what's it going to take to get a win? And she said, we need to dominate the glass. And I said, what does that mean? She said, +12 to 15. I'm not sure she's going to get the +12 to 15. But right now, that offensive rebound by Lauren Ware is huge with this game being tied already.
On the season, A&M is a -1 in rebound margin. That's 15th in the 16-team SEC. Alabama's the middle of the pack at 8, +5. In this game, Joni Taylor's team is a +3. That might feel like a +12 or +13 at this point.
Well, the head coach knows her team better than I do. So, but where I'll continue to say this, I thought the first half A&M was just a step faster getting to the rebounds, and they continue that here in the second half.
Scott saw the block a moment ago on the defensive end. Can't get it done offensively. Kent with the block. Pryor. 3-pointer on the way. Hilton. She's got it. Hilton's been shadowing Timmons all game, doing it defensively. That's her first point of the game. First field goal of the quarter for A&M. Collins launches a 3. Can't answer. Kent the rebound. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Naomi Jones.
Well, in true A&M fashion, it starts with the defense, the block by Kent, and then the pass ahead. Just Nye Pryor doing what she does best, setting up her teammates. Hilton, stop, pop from 3.
I don't know if there was a bench warning just given to Alabama. I just caught the tail end of it. We'll have to get confirmation during the media timeout from our officiating crew. Right now, Bama's down by 4. Texas A&M looking for their second conference win, trying to snap 6-game losing streak. Crossover. The feet inside. Where the finish? The dish by Hilton. Timeout, Alabama.
Hilton has been they've picked up their pace. They've gotten a number of looks in early offense, added transition before Alabama's defense has been set.
Christie did check with the officiating crew during that timeout. There was a bench warning given to the Alabama bench, the entire bench.
I said, who got the warning? Katie Lewis said, everyone.
So I guess there was some talking over there, and
there's too much talking.
Sweeping arm motion saying there's been a bench warning. Austin picks it up, guarded by Hilton. Timmons guarded by Pryor. See if they can find Timmons here. 9 on the shot clock. Or find Scott. They do find Timmons, who will launch a 3 over Pryor. That's what Alabama needs right there. Jessica Timmons, their leading scorer, who was so good in the second half against Ole Miss. She's up to 15 points now. That ends the 10-0 run.
And here's the switch by Alabama. Mismatch with Ace Austin on Fats.
Knocked out of her hands, but right to Lauren Ware. Kent comes up short. Timmons pushes it forward. Pryor back. Timmons is fouled.
Timmons coming up huge out of Alabama's timeout. Floats up off of the dribble penetration by Ace Austin. Hand in the face, it didn't matter. And Eric, I got to tell you, just even that defensive rebound, there were so many players around, but heads up move by Timmons to push the ball ahead so that she could track it down and start the transition.
Last 2 games, Timmons, kind of a familiar theme, had 2 first-half points against Ole Miss. Ended that game with 23. 2 first-half points today on the road at Texas A&M. And she's up to 15. Missed them both, and a foul's going to be called. I think it's on Hilton, who got aggressive on the box on Timmons. First of all, you don't see Timmons miss back-to-back free throws too often. 87% free throw shooter, and it is a foul on Hilton.
Yeah. So you see Hilton going in there to box her out, and I honestly thought at first it was going to be on Essence Cody. Huge break for Alabama.
So 2 more free throws coming for Jessica Timmons.
Hilton's continuing to plead her case with the official.
Rattles that one in. Timmons has picked up 1 Player of the Week award in the SEC this season. Went for a team-high 24 in the win over then 6th-ranked Kentucky, the highest-ranked win since 1997 for an Alabama team. Has gone for 20 or more 8 times this year and is closing in on 20 again today.
All season long, this has been a really good Alabama defense. Can they get a stop now?
Kent inside, Ware draws a crowd, can't get it. Cody batted it out. Johnny's got it. Second chance again for Texas A&M.
13 offensive rebounds now for Texas A&M.
Pryor hangs in the air and draws contact again. Mentioned it before, the team leader in free throws made and attempted. She may be the shortest person on the court, but she is definitely not afraid to go searching for contact on her way to the basket.
I mean, pound for pound, inch for inch, find me a better player in the country in terms of creating off the bounce.
Bounces that one out. Over 2,000 points in her career, trying to lead Texas A&M to a win here against Alabama. 0 for 2, another offensive rebound for Texas A&M. That's going to be one of the big headlines if the Aggies can pull this one out. Where they play on. Weathers went down. Timmons has scored all 8 of Alabama's fourth quarter points. She's heating up and getting a little hotter. 19 for Timmons. Entry knocked away from Ware. Tie up, possession arrow will keep it with Texas A&M with 15 on the shot clock.
Eric, you said it. Jessica Timmons is heating up. She snakes off the on-ball and keeps Pryor to the outside on that hip. And as soon as Pryor stepped back, Timmons raised up and knocked it down.
Cody will check out for Alabama, and Jones will come back in. That's trading one post with 4 fouls for another post with 4 fouls.
But I like the offense-defense substitution. Naomi Jones has been better defensively for the Crimson Tide this season.
Kent has it rejected by Jones. Timmons just has that look. Can't get it this time. And guess who's got the rebound in there? Pryor. Pryor pounds it, feeds Johnny, who finishes. Timeout, Texas A&M. Fats into double figures now with 11. It's a double-double, 11 points, 12 boards for the junior from London, her 7th double for SEC play. And you've played this brutal schedule against top 25 teams night after night in the SEC. Playing another one here tonight. Collins. Cody back on the floor. Scott picked up her dribble, and Lauren Ware gets called for the foul. She and the flagrant. Now you go to the other end, and here's Celeste Below at the free throw line to shoot for Texas A&M. So Cody done for the day, officially posted now, 13 points, 7 rebounds. Below comes through at the free throw line.
It will be Texas A&M's ball.
I think the Alabama bench was talking to the officials too, maybe a little upset. They thought maybe someone for A&M, a player, was saying something, or it just, tensions ramping up a little bit here. Johnny, shut off. Good job by the Alabama defense. Crimson Tide get the stop. Down by 2, and then they throw it away.
Alabama got the stop. Good job by Scott to let her go. Shot affected by Jones. And then Collins just gets sped up. She's trying to push pace here. Throws it behind Scott on that side, on the sideline.
10 turnovers for Alabama. Costly one there. They had a chance to tie or take the lead. Now A&M can't get it. Rebound on the offensive glass by guess who? The Aggies. "15 offensive rebounds for Texas A&M. Do I hear 16?
I'll say it again. A&M just quicker to the loose balls right now. Alabama's standing flat-footed way too many times.
Aggies now +5 overall in rebound margin. Pryor won't drop, and the rebound for Scott. Once again, here comes Alabama, a chance to tie or take the lead. Inside of 2 minutes to play. Collins trying to get by Ware.
And I'll say it again, the perimeter players are all staying solid off of dribble penetration, so there's no one to kick to when Alabama gets in the paint.
Timeout is called with 1:38 to go. Tempers running high on the Alabama bench, trying to settle things down. They're down by 2 as the Aggies and Nia Pryor holding on to a lead. Aggies have dipped below 40% from the field after a hot start. They've missed 8 of their last 9 field goal attempts, but Aggies still have the lead. You see what she's done by quarter. 16 for her. Ware's got 13. A double-double for Flau'jae with 11 and 13. A&M with the lead and the ball.
If I'm Alabama, I try to deny the ball, make someone else initiate this offense and have to create.
Flau'jae for Pryor. Pryor! Offensive rebound, Texas A&M. Flau'jae and a second chance here for Pryor. 1:15 to go.
Lauren Ware once again directing everyone. Mismatch down low, they didn't get her the ball.
Pryor picked up her dribble. She's not in rhythm. She has to shoot it to beat the shot. She has 17 offensive rebounds, second highest offensive rebound total for them this season. Their highest, they had 27 against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Austin threw it up, couldn't get it to drop. Flau'jae with the rebound into the steady hands of Pryor. Maybe I spoke too soon. Risky pass, turned it over, and here's Alabama with Scott.
I mean, A&M, almost looks like Hilton's trying to foul her. She just needs to play solid defense.
Scott too strong. Oh, board for Alabama at a time when they needed it most.
Surprised A&M didn't call timeout and advance the ball.
And Weathers gets called for the foul in the backcourt. I know things are moving quickly here, but Flau'jae just dribbling in the backcourt. Weathers holds back a little bit. Maybe you're risking a 10 count for A&M because things are happening quickly right now for the Aggies.
I mean, that's the one thing. If I'm Carly Weathers, the leader with the Crimson Tide, I'm just telling my team right now, take a deep breath. They look really sped up that last possession. One thing I am also saying, if I'm the Crimson Tide, box out here. They've given up 3 offensive rebounds at the free throw line already in this game.
Flau'jae misses the first. You saw teammate before the free throws try to pump her up. 1 of 2.
Alabama not calling timeout, just advancing the ball.
They push it quickly in a 1-possession game. Timmons wants it. Timeout is called by Alabama in the front court. So the shot clock is off. 16.5 to go, and Alabama trying to stretch the winning streak in the series to 5. A&M trying to end a 6-game losing streak. Here we go, 3 points, Texas A&M lead. Last touched by Hilton of Texas A&M. It's Alabama basketball with 13.2 to go. Reminder, Alabama out of timeouts. Weathers has to get it in. Just in time. Down to 10. Weathers looking for the quick 2, and she gets it. Texas A&M not taking a timeout. And now find
their shooter on the season. This is for Nye to come to the ball. They got everybody out of the way.
Pryor's got it, and there's the foul, and Pryor will go to the free throw line. 62% on the season, 5 for 8 today.
And I will say this again for Alabama, they must box out here on the free throw line.
Texas A&M with 17 offensive rebounds. Pryor's got 18 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. 2 big free throws with 6.5 to go. Say it one more time. Alabama, no timeouts, so they have to go the length of the floor. They can't take a timeout to advance it. Pryor, clutch. Alabama needs a 3. Here's Collins across half court with 3 seconds. Collins defended by Ware, who gets the block, and that's the ball game. Texas A&M